Thing on? I think it is. Oh, and you turn down the radio. Hey everybody. So I was just hearing about something that I was kind of amused by, and yet at the same time, I kind of wanted to contribute to because I have, like, I have some experience when it comes to the art of, like, metaphor, songwriting, and song understanding, right? Because if you listen to enough music, like, after a while, you start to realize that every song that has to do with rain is basically talking about semen. Like the kind that, makes babies. It's true. Alright? I don't care if it's like Blind Melon talking about keeping your cheeks dry today. I don't care if it's like Eurythmics talking about here comes the rain again. It really is all about semen. Even if you listen to enough music, you'll realize the truth, right? And so what, right? What does that have to do with anything? Well, the songs that were just mentioned apparently are from a Reddit thread. Probably try to bring it up now while I'm making the video, because it would help add some context and prove that I'm not just like, I don't know, vulgar, perverted, or otherwise nasty, right? Because hey, I'm just doing this because it's culturally, contextually relevant, right? Songs about sex, a site called Reddit.com. It might have a little bit more to do with songs that you didn't realize. Let me add this to the video here. Fine, if you will. Alright. It's kind of important because I'd like to make a contribution, if I can, to the pop culture, index, right? See, no, songs about sex. Realize, right? What songs? No. Did you not know were about sex? I think this.
My Life by Foo Fighters.
Ooh. How's that about sex? What's he talking about?
So, he's talking about it going on
Okay.
through the whole song and how he enjoys it. And, once you know that and listen to it, kind of interesting.
Closer to the prize.
My tongue looks pretty clean today. I'm proud. My fingernails
If it's about
too.
giving to a woman, that doesn't surprise me. Dave Grohl is like a really generous man.
If I give it a twist,
I never met him.
when I lose my grip.
I don't know how
God.
generous
Yeah, there
he
you go.
is.
Whoa.
Yeah. What makes you think?
Over and over, down on my knee. Dude, mind blowing.
I've been searching for something never comes, never leads to nothing. Nothing satisfies, but I'm getting closer to the days, to the end of the rope. All night long I dream of the day when it comes around, I get killed in its way, slipping away the feeling that I feel the most. Feel it come alive when I feel ghost go. Yeah, so I'm not the only one trying to contribute to this. But I'm just gonna do it in a video, and if you really wanna contribute for me, you can, I guess. Is this the right thread? I don't know. It says 10 months ago. Might not be. Look, you just heard that guy talking about the Foo Fighters, so I'm not making this up. I think I can digress from trying to justify this, right? I heard some interesting concepts, such as, like, you know what? I don't need to repeat them because I don't know if I believe them. And what's the point in repeating gossip, right? Granted, okay, if they are actually true and on point and accurate information, if this is actionable intelligence, what I've just been told about some of the biggest hits of the 1990s pop music, pop culture, freaking Billboard playlist, then that's pretty funny shit. Like, it just is. You know? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I pretty much, like, I kind of outgrew pop music pretty quick. But at the same time, I'd hear it, and, you know, I'd wonder, scratching my head, what is this about now? And then to hear what it's about, I'm just like, alright, I guess it's okay. I wonder if everybody else, I wonder what people would think if they knew that back then. They probably wouldn't have been doing that. That one dance. I don't know. So what am I saying? I'm talking about dancing as well, okay? Like, I personally think that, like, I'm gonna go there, alright? If I'm wrong, just call me a pervert. Or an artist, perhaps. That might be nicer. Or maybe a perverted artist. No, I'm serious, man. Like, have you ever seen people dance around doing something along the lines of, like, with their legs? Not their fingers. But you ever see them go like, oh, 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 stop. Hammer time. Like, I'm pretty certain that the Peter Gabriel song Sledgehammer, which I freaking loved the music video when I was this tall. Like, the dancing chickens were to die for. Like, my mother will still tell you about me trying to dance along with the dancing chickens. But I mean, seriously, you know, I could be a bumper car bumping. Yeah, I could be an aeroplane, da-da-da. But I wanna be yo, bam! Sledgehammer. Lay down that hammer, right, Thor? Okay, sure. Yeah, I get it, Gabriel. You got a dick, and you can throw it down. Good for you, man. I'm proud of you, because that was a good song and a good video. Much like Sledgehammer is about the dick, I think MC Hammer's moniker and dance moves, and even his attire, his clothing, kind of about, you know, the dick, you know? Because I know this. How would I know such a thing, right? Like, what do I know about the 90s, like, pop and hip-hop scene? Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, first of all, me and my neighbors were pretty good friends, and they were totally black, and I totally, like, listened to Keith Sweat and Johnny Gill when their dad was working out, and, like, also, there was stuff playing like MC Hammer, even a little Vanilla Ice from time to time, which, you know, I'm not totally white, but I can appreciate the sentiment. You know, granted, of course, Rico Suave, you know, wasn't on their stereo, and I don't think, Kid Ice? What's that guy's name? He's all in the barrio. What's his name? It's like Icy Kid or Kid Ice? Like that. I don't know. He was another barrio dude, you know. There were a few Hispanics into that hip-hop scene early on. I don't know. It is what it is. But look, okay, I used to go to public access television, right? You know, when I was like this tall, and there was a program called Dance Club. It was a very cool program where all the youthful types in my hometown would come down and dance like as if they were on American Bandstand, but like, you know, like that's kind of corny. Like, maybe like they were on Top of the Pops? No, that's corny too. These kids were dancing like they were like at a rave or you know, a dance club, and you know, I think the popular style at the time was to have like the whatchamacallit, coveralls, like farmer coveralls with like either a strap that was hanging off the side so only one was up, you know, on your coveralls, and like, you know, it's all about that suspender kind of play. Sometimes they just let the suspenders hang low. At one point, I had a pair of Bugle Boys that were shorts, and they were, you know, as black as my shirt, and they had coverall type. It's basically like wearing a fucking onesie. I kind of felt like a baby, but I didn't know it at the time. But at least they were shorts, because like I was kind of wearing the long shorts at that. But what was the deal with the MC Hammer pants? I scored a pair at Goodwill one time. You can believe that. They were like cream colored. Okay? Kind of weird. Not white. Kind of an off-white. And no, I did not find them. My mother stumbled upon them in the women's clothing section. They were girl pants. Okay? But they were Alibaba fucking pants. Okay? Like they had the whole, baggy crotch thing with the tight ankles. They were literally MC Hammer pants. And that was that. I didn't care about any of the details because I knew they were the only pair I would ever have. That like to get a pair of pants like that was going to be really expensive. So they had like a paisley design. Paisleys are like those fishy looking spirally kind of things. Kind of Fibonacci-esque. But ultimately they really didn't show up because they were just part of like the pattern, the blend, which was silk on the outside and kind of like a little more absorbent on the inside in case you got sweaty doing the hammer dance. Oh, going down the hammer. Alright, so what's the big deal? Why am I so perverted having these? Why do I have to sully a good Christian man's name? Look, I'm not sullying his name, okay? I mean, give me a break. I don't care if you're a Christian and you like to throw down the hammer. That's part of what it takes to make little Christian babies, right? I don't give a fuck. But the thing is okay, that the sample used in the MC Hammer song is in fact taken, or borrowed rather, from a Rick James song called Super Freak. If that isn't your first clue that the song is about sex, and that his whole identity is kind of about throwing down the sex, okay, then how about this? When I was at dance club, shortly after I scored my MC Hammer pants, bear in mind I was prepubescent, like as smooth as my, I don't know. Look, somebody there was wearing some MC Hammer pants, and they were dancing and getting down with some fine, other youthful people. And this person, guess what? You really want me to say it? You really want me to say it? Alright. I will, what do they call it when you, like, elude? I will allude to it, okay? Showing! Yeah, I'm serious. The guy had like a full rager, and like the dance move at the time, okay? Yeah, it could only be described as a pelvic thrust, okay, people? Like, seriously, if you're wearing MC Hammer pants, and you're dancing with somebody that makes you feel special, and you've got a full-on rager, not even MC Hammer pants will conceal it. I'm sorry. In fact, they might even accentuate it, if you know what I mean. I think I've made my point. Go post that little story on Reddit if you want, because I think it's poignant. Post the Peter Gabriel one too, man, because I'm your sledgehammer. Ow! Why don't you call my name JJ Styles, the owner and proprietor of BrightIdeaRecords.com. The sledgehammer. Stop. Time.